I figured since I'm making tri-tip for dinner, I might as well go ahead and make some homemade tortillas to go with it. In my bowl, I have 3 cups of flour. To that, I'm going to add, where's my spoons here? 3/4 of a teaspoon of salt. And 1/4 and 1/8 teaspoon of baking powder. I got real lucky because my measuring spoons have an 1/8. So that makes it real easy for me. Otherwise you'd just fill the 2/4 of a cup halfway. Or 2/4 of a teaspoon halfway. Okay, I'm going to stir that up. Just to mix that in a little bit. Okay. And then I'm going to add 1/4 of a cup of Crisco. And I'm going to break that up a little bit. Should have done that before I put it in there. Don't worry, my hands are clean. I just got done cleaning my mess up, so they're nice and clean from the tri-tip. Okay, I'm going to break that up in there. Alright, then I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of baking grease. Yes, you heard me right, bacon grease. But believe me, it makes the best tortillas. Oh my gosh. Okay, so there's my 2 tablespoons of bacon grease. Stir this up a little bit. And then I'm going to go in with my hands. And I'm looking at the recipe, make sure I put everything in there, guys. Sorry, that's why I'm not looking at you. And I have. So I'll go over the recipe again with you real slow. It's 3 cups flour, 2 tablespoons of baking fat, 3/4 teaspoon of salt, 1/4 of a cup of buttered flavored Crisco, and 1/4 and 1/8 teaspoon of baking powder. And then you're going to come in and you're going to crumble it all up like this. Okay? And now I'm going to make a mess. You can see the consistency I got. And now I'm going to come back with 2 cups of hot water. I'm sorry guys, I misspoke. That's 2 cups of boiling water. Okay, you just go and put a little bit in at a time. Stir it in here. You don't want to use your hands at this point, otherwise you're going to really burn yourself. Okay, so we're just going to stir that in. Oh, and one thing about this recipe comes from Paula Quinini. And I can't really pronounce the last name. It's Quinene is the last name, and Paula's the first. She's got some really good recipes on YouTube. Anyway, this is her recipe that I absolutely love. So her channel is the same as her name. So if you get a chance, check her out. Okay, this is really coming together. I get this out of the way now. Don't want to ruin my recipe book. These are so good. I did them in another video where I made ranch style beans. Oh, they were just awesome. Okay, let's pour the rest of this in. Bring this together. You're going to get a soft dough. Okay, now I'm going to get this stuff out of my way. I'm going to be doing a lot of cleaning while I'm putting my hands everywhere. Let me get cleaned up real quick and I'll bring my board back and we'll do the rolling out. Okay. Here's my board. Turn my hands a little better. Sabrina, out of the kitchen. Okay, I should tell you guys, I don't do a lot of editing on my videos because I fear you should see this in real life. I mean, if you want a pre-scheduled, pre-edited show, you could just watch TV. So, what you're getting from me is real life, mistakes and all. There you go. I do edit it down for time if I make a really bad mistake, of course. Nobody wants to look like an idiot on purpose on camera. But generally, I'm going to show you real life. There we go. Oh, this is looking nice. I'm going to have to add a little bit more flour. Like anything you bake, it also depends on the moisture in the air as to how much water you're going to have. So you just basically want this, where you can handle it. You don't want to do too much. Perfect. Because I want this to be pliable where I can roll it out. It's still nice and warm, which is also playing a factor from the water. Okay. Get some flour on the board. There we go. Okay, I'm going to want to kind of roll this out because you're going to want to make 12. And once again, I'm not prepared. Okay, so you're going to cut this in half. Alright. And then we're going to cut each of these into a third. And none of your tortillas, hopefully I'm not getting too close to the camera. If I am, guys, I apologize. No, oh, nice soft dough. Okay. And like I said, none of these are going to be exactly the same. I'm cutting this way on that way and this one this way because your ends are always smaller. Okay, this is still a little too sticky. Let's just put some more flour on, just a little bit. There we go. Okay, and then I'm going to take each of these and I'm going to cut it in half. There we go. Same way here. I don't need this flour now, get it out of the way. Cut it in half. Cut it in half. Ooh, these came out a little bit small, huh? Cut it in half. Our humidity must be high today. Normally I don't have to add so much flour. But see how soft my dough is? That's what you want. Look at that. Perfect. Okay, and you want it like this. Alright, now that you got them in your 6 pieces, we'll go to how you put them in the pan to the next part. Okay guys, I had to clean up a little bit before I went on. It just drove me crazy. So what you're going to do, you're going to roll these really nice. Put them in a pan. I guess it could be real nice. I'm going to have some really big ones and some really little bitty ones. That's alright. The little ones I'll just use for snack tomorrow. Heat them babies up, throw some butter on them. Oh my gosh, they're so good. Okay. Now, after you get them like this, your little balls, you're going to take a warm, wet towel. Do not use a paper towel. It will dry out on you. You want to use a towel. Okay, I'm going to wrap it this way. Just wrap it around. Okay. And then you're going to put a lid on it and let it sit for about an hour. You want them glutens to work and relax, and just makes it yummy. Okay, so when an hour's up, we will do our tortillas and roll them out and throw them on a cast iron skillet. which I recommend. Before you make these, if you don't have a cast iron skillet, get one. Okay guys, we're going to roll out our tortillas now. Make sure to flour your rolling pin. That's very important in your board. What you're going to do is roll it out, turn it, flip it. This kind of helps you get the round shape that you're looking for. And if you don't get a round shape, that's not a big deal because of the fact that it doesn't have to be perfect. It is homemade, and mine never turn out completely round. Never. There you go. Anyway, you want to roll this out as thin as you can. Almost like paper thin. Okay. A little bit more flour on here. Keep your board good and floured. Turn it. Okay, you can see how thin it's getting. See how thin we're getting? You almost want it where you can almost see through it. Or you like to have a shadow from behind it. I guess that's the best way to describe it. Just make it thin. There we go. That's really thin. Okay, we are going to transfer this over to the skillet. Okay, you want to put your tortilla in an ungreased pan. Oh, it's crinkling up on me. Uncrinkle. Okay, it's an ungreased skillet. I'll turn this down just a little bit. Okay, we'll let it cook. These are really great for even if you like make a soup. These would be really good for soup. Quick for like throw hamburger in them. All kinds of stuff. I just make these in the morning and I'll put like eggs and cheese and sausage or bacon, whatever I have, and make like a little breakfast burrito. So, so good. If you know, I don't know if you can see or not, but I'm getting like little rising on my tortillas. Little bubbles. And that's telling you that your tortilla is pretty close to being cooked and that you'll have to flip it. You want these bubble up. See the little bubbles right here? That's what you're looking for. Okay, and we're going to take this, we're going to flip it, and cook the other side. And you'll see more of these brown spots as you cook them, because like I said, your pan will heat up. Like I said, I just turned it on. It's going to get a lot hotter. Let the other side cook. And then we'll slap some butter on this and give it a try. I know, I'm being quiet. I'm sitting here watching the bubbles come up. Anyway, we're going to have this with the tri-tip, some refried beans, and then my husband doesn't like Spanish rice. So we're going to do rice with a can of Rotel, tomatoes and chilies in it, and some adobe seasoning in it. And with the tortillas and the tri-tip, that should make a perfect dinner. Check. You want some little brown spots on it, so I think I'm going to turn this over. There we go. That's what you want it to look like. Head turn over and let it cook a little bit on the other side. So we have a tortilla. Oh, that looks so good. Homemade tortillas, nothing better. Well, it'd be better if I could make them round, but that ain't happening. Okay, we're going to throw some butter on this and roll it up real quick. And you guys can just imagine what it tastes like. Why me and my husband do taste it. And we'll get his opinion on what he thinks of it. Oh, it even smells good. Here you go, honey. What do you think? That's good.
Mm-hmm.
That's real good.
Yep.
Okay, guys.
Very good.
I'm going to finish these up for dinner. You now know how to make them. And when my tri-tip's done and we go to the next step of it, I'll be back.